Welcome back to another short episode while I was doing other minor task. I came along this person when I was checking the fish barrels here while I was doing a quest in this area. And this must be the second companion to join as well. The man who leaped from the barrel stands facing you, nearly naked save for a loincloth embedded in fish viscera. He is covered head to toe in scars, tears, and puncture, and the thorny imprints of lashing. Most are faded, like old memories. Despite that, the condition of the man's body is remarkable. Drooping skin at his flank and elbow, the only evidence of his advanced age. His face is placid, but the rest of him appears prepared for anything.
You must forgive Zama. I was not expecting you.
He looks you in the eye at first, but gaze drift now and then, settling on a strange part of your face as though distracted by new discovery. If he is at all flustered, he gives no intention. Maybe this is another Stonic character as well. That would be interesting. What are you doing in that barrel? Zula scratched behind his ear, dismayed.
Resting my eyes, I thought. Waiting for the Malkachoa to bring me inside.
He shakes his head.
It would seem I dozed. Good thing my master was not alive to see it.
Zuha blinks, leaning in to get a better look at you. His enlarged pupils seem to crowd out his pale irises.
Are you real?
Let go with yes.
Of course. I meant no offense. But I find it is best to ask when Malkachoa is involved.
Makohal?
A small white mushroom. I have heard it called snowcap in these lands. It can reveal the true nature of many things.
You said you have a master. The man traced your inadvertent glance at his guard. He smiled politely.
A teacher, not an owner. Zawa is a free man. Well, as free as any of us.
I think Zara is a person here. Zara is his own master, I think. I still don't understand why you are in that barrel.
I was freeing myself from vanity.
Interesting. Did he say sanity or vanity?
Consider, how can one be vain who is bathed in the smell of dead fish?
The scars are probably just as effective.
I had the idea when I passed this way earlier. I am pleased with the results so far.
So you're trying to make yourself not look attractive? Well, with the entire and these scars you have, you're doing a good job already. He smiled at the woman whose head is swiveled toward him as she passed by, a look of revulsion on her face. Distracted, her toes catch on a stone, and she nearly falls on her face. He clapped his hand together.
Yes, quite pleased.
Do you often smear yourself with fish?
Gods no. What a way to travel the world.
Yes, along in a traveling in a fish basket around the world would be a interesting way If you don't mind the company and the odor.
The usual way is to smear yourself with the ashes of the dead. But they do not burn their dead here, so I have to make do with what the land provides.
He sniffs the air.
The cold seems to conquer the smell. Even now, the scent hides itself.
You
Disappointing.
you don't seem like you're from around here.
I was visiting a monastery not far from here. I found it empty, but I met a messenger as I left. He carried a call for aid. Seeing that he would find no monks at the monastery, I chose to go in their place. Zawa is no longer young, but in combat he is still the greatest of the Takan people. It seemed only right that he should go.
A sword hired me as well.
I would not say I am hired. I seek no wage, and I promise no result. I have chosen a path, and my spoils come from walking it.
A nice, interesting path. An uneasy frown settled on his face, almost a wince.
And this fortress, this Durgan's battery, its people are gone. Zawa would know why.
Those scars are from battle. Zara glanced down at his body.
From battle, yes. I left them upon my enemies.
He points at various patches of crisscrossing scars.
These were struck against fear. These against pleasure. These against hatred. Those down there against greed and doubt. And these...
He pointed to his face.
These were for vanity.
You made those scars?
I cannot take credit for all of them, but I did most of the good ones.
His mouth perks.
I put them there in battle to remind myself what is real and what is not. Our worst enemies are inventions of the mind, pleasure, fear. When we see them for what they are, we become unstoppable.
And you have achieved this?
I feel I have been close, but never for more than an instant. In the moment when the pain is sharpest, the world becomes clear. In that moment, I am a match for anyone.
Your wound must have caused you to suffer greatly.
Of course, I am fortunate to have suffered so much. If I did not suffer, I would not aspire to free myself from it. I would wander from one unfulfilling goal to the next. More wealth, a better station. My soul would wither. But to search for a place beyond suffering's reach is to nurture the soul, to harden it against the elements.
He clenches his fist in illustration.
Suffering is the greatest gift the gods have given us. Their most beautiful, perfect creation. It is the hand that turns the wheel.
His eyes gleam as though looking upon an old and beloved friend. If you seek the right forge as well, I could use the help of a experienced warrior. Zuha face tilts upward, his eyes fixing on the sky. He remained motionless. Entranced at length, he blinks as if awakening and looks back at you. He shrugged cheerily.
If one wishes to swim, it is no time to argue with the current.
Well, that's a good attitude to have.
We are here together in this moment because a perfect force has willed it. Who is Zawa to argue?
He looked at you. He looked at you squarely in the eye, and for once they do not drift.
I will walk with you so long as the gods wish it so.
Oh. I definitely think he is lawful neutral, but I could be wrong. Let's be on our way. He's a monk, so let's see. For the time being,
Our paths shall part.
for the time being, I can just have him in the party.
Zawa is ready.
Let's go with this. Let's see. Oh, this is useful. That is useful. That is not good. Let's make him stealthy. That is useful. That is useful. Soul mirror. That's useful. I can at least dodge 150% of the range attacks. Body control, that's important. That is useful.
Zawa is ready.
Oh, that's a lot of health. Let's see, what armor can I give him? His primary attacks are going to be fists, but his fists are accurate and he does more damage with them. And do I have any other items to give them? I might as well give him a ranged weapon. The worst case scenario, I can use him as a ranger as well. With that little excursion done with, I will continue on in the quest in this area here. And if anything else interesting occurs, I will record it as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode.